Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. What we got here? First of all, everybody hear me? Saying hi. Ali, John, Alexita, Allison, John, John, Gabrielle, Valentina, Spartacus, Carol, Chris, Van, loud and clear. Thank you. Hello, Fred. Oh yeah, thanks, Sarah. Don't really ever mention about the thumbs up clicking. Um, Yeah, oh great. People are doing the Hike Cashew, doing the 10% happier challenge, the Dalai Lama thing. Uh, that's like a free thing you can do on 10% happier, and I actually have not even done it once. That's how my week has been. But I will do it at some point. Good to have everybody here. Nice to meet you all. My name is Jeff Warren. I am your host on this highly minimal experiment in community practice, running for 4 years now, I believe. So if you're new to the Do Nothing Project, this is it. It is underwhelming at best. So that's the idea. We don't want to whelm you. If I got you too whelmed, you'd be too whelmed up. This is about coming to ground, finding a little rejuvenation and nourishment at the end of the week to sustain us as we go into a week of doing and doing. A week of doo-doo, at least if you're me. A lot of diapers and doo-doo. So this is the community. Some people are saying hello over on the comment section, and including my friend Andrew here in blue font, who's our moderator. Thank you, Andrew, as always, for your service. And other friends like Brooke and Suzanne and Fred, Gabrielle, long time Levi, long time do-nothingers. And if you're new, you're welcome here. Maybe you found me through 10% Happier, or through Calm, or just someone inflicted me on you because they're your enemy. Who knows? Maybe a relative said, hey, this would be good for you. Schmitty is a long time. It's true. Hey, Kent. Anyway, we sit here, we do nothing. That's what we do. I meditate if you want to meditate, but you don't have to. I think people are mentioning this the meditation app 10% Happier have a challenge on with the Dalai Lama, where Dan went to, you know, visit the Dalai Lama at his house, and they created a bunch of videos, and so they do these challenges a few times a year at 10% Happier, and this is all free. So if you're not a 10% Happier person, you can go and find it on their website or however it works. So that's always good to have that kind of support, especially at the beginning of the year as you're kind of starting out with our commitments and everything. And the Do Nothing Project also offers you this challenge. Can you, for the next 25 minutes, sit here and do nothing? For you, that might mean formal meditation practice where you fold yourself in some elegant way and compose your mind. For others, it might be kicking back on a bed of pillows and stuffies and just letting yourself be human. For still others, who knows what form your do nothing will take, but it's good. It's good to do nothing. It's good to get quiet and still, and it's not just about getting nourished, it's also about increasing our power, actually. It's a word you don't hear often in meditation circles. It's kind of like it sounds too egoic, but definitely get more energy efficient, and there's a sense in which capacity or potential grows. So call it what you want. So, friends, we are going to do a 25-minute sit. That's how it usually works. I will just lightly guide at the beginning, and then there'll be more or less. I mean, I come in every 5 minutes or something like that. You can just tune me out if you like, or it can be a useful prompt. And then the last few minutes, we just do some sort of friendliness practice, gratitude practice, just to put a cherry at the end of our weekend. And if you're here on a Monday morning, because that's your time zone, or you're here later in the week, which actually, the majority of people do listen to it later in the week, then great. It's evergreen, this nothingness. So good to see everyone. Happy to be here. In a good mood tonight, pretty tired. Had a fun night out with some old friends from McGill last night. It's like I don't get out very often. It was just awesome to drink beer and eat some food and just connect with everybody, hear how everyone's doing. So that kind of put me in a good place. Telling you, friendship is a practice. Evergreen. That could be a good name for this one tonight. Andrew. Of course, I should also mention there's many people who don't say hello in the comments, but they're here. So you're very welcome as well. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody entering into this practice. It's good for us, good for the world. Maybe some other later do nothing project I'll ramble and rant on about how it's good for the world. But right now, let's stick with the simplicity. Happy meditating, friends. Thanks, Sally, for saying hello to all the everyones who don't say hello in the chat. Okay, so as always with the Do Nothing Project, you have your version of doing nothing you want to do. That's great. You can follow along with me or tune me out. Your eyes might be open, looking at the scene around you, maybe at a tree, lights passing in the distance. Think of what that's like. I don't know if you remember back to being a kid, if you ever had the experience of being in the back of the car at night. You know, your parents or grandparents or caregivers are driving and kind of up later than normal. Maybe it's 10, 11 o'clock at night. Just that feeling of quiet at the end of the day, watching the cars go by, sense of safety in the car. I hadn't thought about that in a long time, actually. Maybe that'll be our metaphor for tonight. So eyes open or closed, posture, whatever feels comfortable and supportive. A few slow breaths. Deliberate. Dropping down into the experience of being a body. So the head's there, active or quiet. It's all good. There's a body here too, a body breathing, sensing. And it's like that body mind is a passenger riding along this moment, flow of experience, part of the flow, sometimes observing it, sometimes inside it. But you are that flow of experience. You are that passenger. So what can you let go of? What tension, rigidities, to really let yourself flow along with this ride right now. Sounds passing by. Hum of this vehicle. a sense of surrendering, letting it take you where it's going to take you. No need to control it, steer it. Maybe it feels natural to settle your attention on a simple home base, the breath at the belly or the chest or the nose, a small part of it or the whole sinuous length. Some other part of the body, the seat, skin, tingling, whole body sitting. Or maybe it's a sound, or maybe it's a sight. Just a passenger. Or maybe you're not paying attention to anything in particular at all right now. You're just being here. It's fine too. Just patient while things settle. There might be lots of thoughts or very few. It's all fine. Kind of uncoupling from needing to change anything or fix it. Just trusting you're being moved along just fine. Kind of choose how wide or narrow a frame you want. You can just be sitting kind of aware, a broad way of everything, or you can be very kind of delicately feeling into some small part of a sound or sensation, letting it kind of become more available, or like you're more tuned into the finer grain details. And there's something really nice about that too. Getting really quiet, kind of zeroing, moving into these quieter spaces more deliberately, and that can happen too. It's all fine. And just letting go, letting that hum of life pass through. And a sense of being present, but perfectly equanimous, smooth, not fighting with anything. Very nice. We'll finish just a simple gratitude practice. I guess one way to think about this is billions of people on the planet, but the ones in your life, those friends and family members, they're the ones, the precious few you got to ride with in this life and in this community too. It's these people right now, all of us here together. It's pretty amazing. So just grateful for whoever you want to feel grateful for, people you get to be with in your life. One in a billion, an 8 billion, a handful, maybe a few hundred, a few dozen. Maybe you just visualize when different people come to mind. You kind of just think, yeah, thank you. Just smile, appreciate them. Thank you. Thanks for coming along on the ride. All these people, these animals, these encounters, this community too. Yeah. It's good to be here with you. Thanks. Thanks, Mitch. On the Mindfulness Non-Express. Valentina, I'm glad. I feel good too. It was very relaxing for me. I don't know what it was. I think something just thinking about that memory of being a kid, and the parents are kind of in the front seat. I was in the back and just used to watch the cars go by at night. And there was something very comforting about it. I hadn't thought about it in a long time. It kind of just set the tone for me. This is the 70s. It's back before we knew we were supposed to feel guilty about our cars. Very peaceful. Was it Jeff Horn on the radio? That's funny, Schmidt. I'm your car radio coming out. Hi, Tisha. Not deep. You're welcome. Yeah, the rhythm of the lights, totally, Andrew. Why do you think this is so much more powerful than solo meditation? Mitch is asking. That's a good question. I mean, I don't think it is. I think for some people, the solo meditation is, they prefer it. quiet of it, the simple solitude, and that can be really, that's what a lot of folks prefer. But there is something I experienced something pretty special about the group. I think it's the shared intention. It keeps me on track in a certain way. There's a sense of I want to call it accountability because it's like that, but it doesn't feel like a pressure. But there's a sense in which all these people are kind of devoting their attention in this particular kind of way, and that's there's a sort of social piece that feels very buoyant and um, supportive. Uh, yeah, and you kind of tune into it. You really get that in person, but I find I get that here. Knowing other people are committing to it keeps me extra committed, and there's a sense in which you're kind of moving along together. Yeah, healthy nudge, says Andrew. Yeah, peer pressure meditation. That's right, Dustin. It's a form of church. I do think that. I do think that. And you can get mystical about it. There's some special sauce. I have this fantasy about churches. I was thinking about it today with Sarah. I mean, if you think about it, there's so much money, that money that build churches everywhere. And a lot of them are just empty most of the week. They're quiet. Like, I think churches should become the new meditation halls. They should have their own programming with their own denominations for sure, but to have a whole kind of mental health supportive wing where people can explore different kinds of practices, including meditation. Like, use those buildings. They're beautiful. Uh, I don't know, tangent there. But yeah, and you get the community. Of course, that's why people go to church. It's always been about whatever else your criticisms. It's about community. It's about spiritual health and connection and that nourishment and love. And it's just that it changes through different eras. And in this particular era, kind of living in the secular era, and church attendance is down. It's like, okay, let's use those spaces. Mm. Thanks, Kim. Yeah, Tina, I started meditation experience in a church. Yeah, big empty parking lots. Oh, Brooke. Yeah, wishing the best for your friends and mom. Yeah, Andrew. How libraries. Totally. Grateful for you as well, Brooke. Friends, it's good to hang out with you. It's really good, nourishing stuff for me. And yeah, I do my thing on Calm. I do my thing on 10% Happier. Happy to be able to do that. They're both amazing people to work for, or to partner with both those apps. And then if you just want more support during the week, there's that. And there's also lots of free stuff online, a lot of free stuff on my website. There's an Insight Timer free if you like the structure of guided practices. Um, Tomorrow night is Consciousness Explorers Club. That's a nonprofit that got going about 10 years ago, and we're still going strong. So I'm actually guiding tomorrow night. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I forget the theme, but um, that's at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and it's free or by donation, kind of up to you. And there's really tons of guided practice on the Consciousness Explorers website if you're ever looking for other guided practices. It's like an archive now of hundreds and hundreds. So yeah, so that's happening tomorrow night. 12 years, no, 11 years ago, I think. 12 years ago, no, 2011. That's when CEC started. Uh, yeah, all right, friends. Thanks for posting that, Andrew. Simplicity is deep life. That's right. That's my theme. So yeah, total, absolutely, Jeffrey. Yeah, we used to do our Shinzen retreats at Carmelite monastery, actually. And Carmelites were famous meditators, and a lot of those, all three of the Abrahamic traditions, there's a strong meditative component to the practices. Super interesting. Good night, everybody. I'll see you on the next week.